Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and another special episode of Did You Know, where today we're taking a look at more of the best entries in this year's series with 20 more things you might not know in WWE 2K23. Did you know there's an Easter egg for Dean Ambrose in the trainer's room of MyRise? This one comes from Babe, who points out an Easter egg for AEW star Jon Moxley, which appears in the trainer's room of MyRise. Should you take a look at the cardboard boxes on top of the cabinet, then these boxes feature the name Dirty Deeds, which was the name of Moxley's finisher in WWE. Zooming in on the boxes, the tagline for Dirty Deeds also contains a reference to Moxley's WWE persona Dean Ambrose, as the box includes the text "On the Fringe of Lunacy," which is a reference to Ambrose's nickname, the Lunatic Fringe. Other Easter eggs contained on the box include a reference to Rey Mysterio with the text WWE 619, as well as a sequence of ones and zeros, which is binary code for the letters WWE. Prior to 2K23, this Easter egg also made an appearance in WWE 2K20, as the same cardboard box could be found on the floor of the rundown BCW arena. Did you know there's a draft reaction for B-Fab despite her not being a playable superstar? This was something that I noticed when recording some of the WCW reactions in my GM, as if you download a playable version of B-Fab from Community Creations and you add her into the draft pool, then upon being drafted, you'll hear the following reaction.
And this won't be the B show now that they picked B-Fab.
I like her on this brand. This show is looking good.
The inclusion of this audio is yet another indication that B-Fab was originally intended to be a playable superstar, as we've already covered how she has match commentary when used during matches, though something else you might not know is that her finisher was also added to the game as a DLC move, as B-Fab's finisher was added in the Steiner Raw DLC under the name Neckbreaker 13.
Setting them up. Oh, this is going to be nasty.
Did you know there's a hidden tag team victory motion for Kayden Carter and Katana Chance? WWE Games modder Quirtiac reveals that the Creed brothers aren't the only ones with a hidden victory motion, as there's also a hidden victory for Kayden Carter and Katana Chance.
Here are your winners, Katana Chance and Kayden Carter.
Two great superstars that go great together, and that win is proof.
Really putting the sports in sports entertainment. This is a duo that really practiced their teamwork.
Much like the Creed brothers, this new victory motion for Kayden and Katana also appears to be complete, so there's a good chance that we may see this added to the game in a future update. Did you know that there's two entrance themes included for Blair Davenport? This one comes from Auleon8760, who notes the addition of a second entrance theme for Blair Davenport, as the developers have added her new theme to the creation suite. This one can be found when editing Blair in Create an Entrance and selecting the music option, as while Blair has her old Raw Power theme set by default. Should you check out the list of entrance music, the developers have also included her new theme, which is listed as Blair Davenport New. Did you know that WWE 2K23 includes the option to perform weapon taunts? One of the new gameplay additions in WWE 2K23 sees the addition of new taunt animations when holding weapons, as the developers have added several new animations that can be triggered by pressing left and right on the D-pad, with each weapon taunt also including some new commentary.
He's making his intentions known to everyone in the arena.
Chair in hand, bad intentions in mind.
And he's ready to throw out all decorum in this one, letting everyone know he's got full intent on using that kendo stick. He's ready to knock one out of the park by the looks of him.
Just tormenting his opponent, flashing that bat.
That should strike fear in your opponent.
I have no idea if he has any formal hockey training, but I know this would not be part of it. He's just taunting his victim now. And he has no regard for anyone else now that he has the sledgehammer in hand. Only one reason to have a shovel. He's looking to put the opposition in a hole.
As well as the option to taunt using left and right on the D-pad, if your opponent is on the mat, these taunts can also be used as a wake-up taunt by pressing up on the D-pad. Did you know that one of the referees is based on the CEO of 2K Sports' parent company, Take-Two? This one's a pretty cool Easter egg that a lot of people might not be aware of, as should you head into the referee section and take a look at the old school referee 1, rather than use a generic model with a stock texture, this referee is actually modelled on Take-Two CEO Straus Zelnick. While a lot of players won't be aware of Straus or what he looks like, you may recognise him from the promotion of WWE 2K23. As promoting the reveal of Matt Riddle, the WWE Games TikTok account released a video of Straus recreating Riddle's entrance. While 2K have never confirmed that the referee is based on Straus, should you compare the ref's model with a picture of him, then you can tell straight away that this is who it's based on. Did you know you can download modded versions of this year's non-playable characters from community creations? This one comes courtesy of community members What's the Status and iWorld's Finest, as both creators have uploaded new playable versions of this year's managers and hidden characters. Starting out with the managers, we have new playable versions of Paul Heyman, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Triple H 14, Stephanie McMahon, Vince McMahon, and Scarlett. All of these characters can be downloaded for free via community creations by searching for the hashtags What's the Status or The World's Finest. Once downloaded, should you load them into a match, then you'll notice that despite not originally being playable, some of the characters actually come with unique commentary, as using Paul Heyman will see the announce team comment on him getting into the ring and question whether or not he knows just what he's getting into.
Ladies and gentlemen, his name is Paul Heyman, and he's up next.
Oh man, I hope he knows what he's getting himself into.
Along with the playable managers, also available are some brand new stars which you can add to your roster, as Status and World's Finest were also able to upload new playable versions of Kayla Braxton, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. In the case of Corey Graves, should you load him into a match, then he too also comes with some unique commentary lines, as Michael Cole and Byron Saxton will comment on Corey's involvement, as well as asking Corey what he makes of this superstar.
Corey, what do you make of this guy heading to the ring?
Well, he's obviously incredibly handsome, Cole. I mean, that goes without saying.
Quite the interesting situation we have here, Byron, as Corey Graves makes his way to the ring.
Man, this is surreal.
Did you know there are new crowd chants when using former NXT stars in NXT arenas? When choosing to play as a superstar who originally appeared in NXT before moving on to the main roster, the crowd in the arena will welcome them back with a welcome home chant. This welcome home chant isn't new to 2K23, as it is a feature that's been in the series for a few years at this point. However, something that is new is how the fans respond to former stars that have turned heel, as should you play as Charlotte in one of the NXT arenas, rather than welcome her back with open arms, they'll instead begin chanting, "Go back to Raw." Did you know that the Steiner Row DLC pack includes a bonus entrance motion for Big Poppa Pump? When playing as Scott Steiner in the new Steiner Row DLC pack, players can get their hands on a classic version of Scott as part of the Steiner Brothers tag team. For players wanting a more modern version of Steiner, something you might not know is that the developers have included Scott's modern entrance motion as bonus DLC. This new entrance can be found when browsing a list of entrance motions and create an entrance, where it's listed under the name Big Poppa Pump. When using this entrance with Scott, something else you might not know is that the entrance includes unique commentary, as the announce team will refer to him as the modern day Big Poppa Pump.
Big Poppa Pump has arrived.
Hey Michael, holla if you hear it. One of the all-time great amateur wrestlers, now with perhaps the best physique in all of sports entertainment.
Oh, Saxton, there's no perhaps about it. We know he has the freaks, and just look at the size of those peaks.
Did you know that MyRise contains an Easter egg for Back to the Future? When playing the Legacy storyline in MyRise, there's several cutscenes that take place inside Justine's living room. During these scenes, you can see a pinboard on the wall that contains several flyers and newspaper cuttings, one of which features a photo of Andre the Giant with a headline "Hill Valley sponsors charity." This newspaper clipping is actually an Easter egg for the movie Back to the Future 2, as the headline and the article below it is featured on the front page of the Hill Valley Telegraph when Marty successfully changes the future. The inclusion of this Easter egg is actually the second time that it's appeared in the series, as the same newspaper article could be seen in the Riley Flash Wrestling Academy in WWE 2K23, though that game also featured additional clippings, with those again taken from Back to the Future, though the images were replaced with screenshots of the Macho Man and Ric Flair. Did you know that the Creed brothers have an unused alternate attire? This one comes from Persia Stan, who notes the presence of a new unused alternate attire for the Creed brothers, as while Brutus and Julius feature their Diamond Mine singlets by default. Should you head into Create a Superstar and browse the outfits section, then right next to their Diamond Mine singlet is this alternate blue singlet which has never been used. This alternate singlet appears to be the outfit that was initially planned for the Creed brothers, as this singlet is the same one that was used in their render cards during the 2K23 roster reveal. However, at some point during development, the decision was made to change their attires, with the developers ultimately deciding on the grey Diamond Mine singlets and then updating their in-game renders to match. These singlets are actually the second piece of unused content for the Creed brothers, as earlier in the series we shared this video from Twitter user Quirtiac, who revealed that the pair have a hidden tag team victory. Did you know there's special commentary that plays when both players are inactive? To trigger it, all you need to do is leave both controllers unattended, which will then lead to the announce team starting to question what's going on.
Somebody do something. Hello?
Saxton, this is about as exciting as your last date.
Hey, you weren't there, Corey.
What is going on here?
Not much of anything. Hopefully next time they'll hit the pause button. And that commentary just about sums up what's going on in the ring.
Which is a whole bunch of nothing.
Maybe the Superstars didn't hear the referee tell them to start the match.
Hello? Hello? Is there anybody there?
Who are you talking to, Cole?
Just kind of shouting into the void, Corey. And do not adjust your screens, folks. This match is yet to get underway at all.
Maybe change the channel, though.
Oh, you're going to get a talking to after this one.
You seeing this right now, Cole? I'm doing an act of service.
Are we in a commercial or something? What the heck is taking so long?
I don't think they heard the bell ring.
Maybe they should turn up the volume?
It was pretty loud, Byron.
Did you know you can download miniature versions of Superstars, including Dink the Clown and Little Buggy? This one was one of the funnest things about cross-platform creations last year, and I'm glad to say that it's something that's also possible in 2K23, as WWE Games modder Relic Rain has uploaded several miniature versions of the in-game Superstars, which include the likes of Dink the Clown and the Boogeyman, essentially giving you Dink the Clown and Little Buggy.
Picking them up, and with authority, a running power slam!
These miniature Superstars measure around half the height of their original versions, as they've been edited to be lower than the smallest size available. Therefore, once you get them in game, you'll notice a big difference when standing next to their regular models, with this difference in height also making for some really cool scenarios, especially when you have them take on larger stars like Andre the Giant.
Oh, man, check out this power!
Alongside Doink and the Boogeyman, this year also sees miniature versions of Booker T and Kane, with these models also set at around half the size of their regular versions.
Here it comes! Looking for choke slam! Thunderous!
If you want to download these miniature Superstars, then you can find them on Community Creations by searching for the hashtag miniseries, where you'll find uploads of Doink, Boogeyman, Booker T and Kane, all of which were uploaded by the user Relic Rain hashtag 62960. Did you know there's a major clue as to the true identity of Uncle Howdy? Despite The Miz being revealed as the superstar hidden behind the Uncle Howdy mask, there's been a lot of speculation that the true identity of the character was Bo Dallas, and that's something that appears to be confirmed in-game. But should you start a new universe mode and check out the title history for the original NXT Championship, then you'll notice that Uncle Howdy is listed as a one-time NXT champion. Proving that this is intentional, should you switch over to the Days Held tab, this shows Uncle Howdy held the championship for 280 days, which appears to confirm him as Bo Dallas, as this was the same amount of time that Bo held the championship in 2013. Given these stats, this appears to suggest that 2K were either aware of Bo as Uncle Howdy and they gave him Bo's details in advance, or it's a nice little reference to all the speculation of Bo being Uncle Howdy. Did you know there's a way to pick up and place a flaming table? This one is a really cool one that you should definitely try out the next time you play a match with tables, as Johnny Ralston has found a way to light a table on fire and then pick it up and move it, allowing you to set up a flaming table in the corner position or lay it flat on the floor so that you can perform moves on it. In order to set this up, ideally it's going to have 2 controllers, however it's also possible using one, though you will have to swap players during the process. So to set this up, make sure that you have at least one stored finisher, then grab a table from under the ring and set it up as normal. Once the table is set up, make sure that your opponent is nearby, then move towards the table and when prompted, press the finisher buttons to set it on fire. As soon as the animation begins, you'll want to use the second controller to grapple player 1, as this will cause the animation to stop, though the table will continue to light on fire. If you don't have 2 controllers, you can also achieve this by pausing the game after beginning the fire animation and then switching over to your opponent, as this will allow you to grapple player 1 and stop the animation. Using this trick, not only will the table continue to light on fire, but the game won't actually recognise it as being on fire, and because of that you'll be able to use it as a regular table, meaning that you can pick it up and move it around, lay it on the floor and perform moves on it, or set it up in the corner position for a flaming version of a table finisher.
Table behind him now, not where you want to be.
Table with authority. Just an absolute eruption of the table.
Unlike regular flaming tables, breaking the table won't cause the fire to go out, as the pieces of the table will stay on fire so that you can do moves on them, though they will eventually go out should you light another table.
There's got to be something wrong with you. Putting your opponent through a flaming table like that?
Did you know that Michael Cole makes a reference to Top Dolla's failed dive attempt? This one was pointed out by Kieran McGuinness and Kadir Finley, as during Top Dolla's entrance, you can occasionally hear Michael Cole make a reference to his infamous attempt at an outside dive.
Hey, 300-plus pounder, no shortage of power as long as he doesn't try to fly over the top rope.
You better mind your mouth, Michael Cole, because Top Dolla's as rough and tumble as they come, and he's always ready for a fight.
For anyone that doesn't get the reference or hasn't seen it yet, this is what Michael Cole was referring to.
No way! You gotta be kidding me! I guess there's a reason he doesn't do that often.
Did you know that the Bad Bunny DLC pack includes an unused tag team finisher? This one comes from Alexander9, who points out the inclusion of a new and unused DLC move, which comes as part of the Bad Bunny DLC pack. The move in question is the electric chair crossbody combo, which prior to the Steiner Raw pack was the only DLC move in the entire game. This move was added for the pairing of Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, as this is the move that they used when teaming up at last year's WrestleMania, though due to Bad Bunny and Priest not being a default tag team, then this move isn't actually used.
Tag is made. Tag team assault incoming from the very top rope.
Did you know you can download Intergender Superstars from Community Creations? This one comes via WWE Games creator Sandeep #23678, as Sandeep has managed to upload several modified superstars that have been modded to play against female stars, allowing you to play intergender matches in 2K23. Once downloaded, these stars will all appear as part of the women's roster, which will then allow you to use them against other women in matches. While these modded superstars do work to create intergender matches, it's not 100% perfect, as there are some glitchy moments due to the difference in body types. You'll also notice that due to the male stars being listed as female, this automatically adds a top to the superstars which can't be removed, though you can cover the top with other clothing items such as a t-shirt or a jacket. Despite these limitations, everything else appears to work as it should, meaning players can now use these superstars to set up and play their own intergender matches.
Stone Cold Stunner! It's over!
Did you know that Uncle Howdy's Royal Rumble record mirrors that of Bo Dallas? In the previous episode of Did You Know, we covered how 2K had included a big clue to the identity of Uncle Howdy, as viewing the original NXT Championship history in Universe mode has Uncle Howdy listed as a one-time NXT champion, with that reign lasting 280 days, which is the same as Bo Dallas. In an update to this, Zach8770 reveals that Uncle Howdy's Royal Rumble record also mirrors that of Bo Dallas, as despite Uncle Howdy never appearing in the Rumble match, should you view his stats in Universe mode, 2K have him listed as appearing in 2 Royal Rumbles for a total of 23 minutes, with 1 elimination to his name, which is the same as Bo Dallas. Did you know there's both new and hidden content for Pat McAfee, as he was originally planned as DLC? This one comes from Quirtiac, who reveals hidden content for Pat McAfee, as Pat was originally set to be included as DLC, though for some reason those plans fell through. While Pat never made it into the game officially, a lot of the content that was created for him did, as the recent patch 1.08 update added in Pat's entrance, which you can find listed as Generic Superstar 6. Also included, though currently hidden, is Pat's Titantron, as the game files include his Let's Go entrance video.
A man who always gets a strong reaction from the WWE Universe, and it will only intensify once the bell rings.
Alongside his entrance, the recent patch update also added his victory motion, which you can also find listed as Generic Superstar 6.
Ended this match with a big win under his belt.
He's definitely a superstar to watch in the weeks to come. That was a spectacular performance.
Also added to the game, we have Pat's intended finishes, as the latest patch update added in Pat's top rope superplex, which can be found in Create a Moveset under the name Superplex 4.
Setting them up. It's about to get worse. Watch this athleticism all the way to the top, my God! And down we go!
Into a superplex!
The second finish added for Pat is a new version of the punt kick, which can be performed from the corner position to a grounded opponent.
Oh no, lining it up!
Strikes with a kick. Caught him flush.
As for other hidden content, early versions of the game also seen the inclusion of Pat McAfee shirts amongst the crowd, while the creation suite included some of his logos, as browsing the WWE designs revealed the following images, though these were recently patched out of the game in patch 1.03. Based on all of this content, Pat looks to have been very close to being included, as iWorld's Finest shared an image of his character slot, which originally had him listed as part of DLC Pack 5, though those plans obviously changed, as Pat wasn't listed as part of the announced DLC lineup. For players wanting to access Pat's hidden content, Quirtiac has teamed up with creator Iconic2K to share a custom version of Pat, which comes with his hidden Titantron, entrance and victory. To download it, you can find it on Community Creations by searching for the hashtag Iconic2K, where it was uploaded by the user IconicCause hashtag 84274. So there you go, that was some of the best Did You Knows in WWE 2K23. Let me know what you made of them in the comments, and if you come across anything you think I should feature in a future episode, then please do let me know about it. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.